What's good guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a little on the tools video today. I did loads of filming yesterday and my mic weren't working, so this is day 2 of the job. I'll try and show you what I did yesterday so you have a bit of an insight into that as well. And yeah, I'm just going to run through it. As always guys, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe and hit that bell button so you never miss a video. There's going to be lots and lots of content coming out, content like this. So yeah, if you want to support the channel and you want to see more of it, then please do all of them things. So basically yesterday we focused on these 3 panels. So what happened was one of the operatives, forklift drivers, every day they have to do their daily checks, boom the forklift all the way up. This fridge, that's what we're stood on by the way, is like a giant fridge in a warehouse for a distribution centre. And these are the panels, the insulated panels. Obviously it keeps it all cold in here. There's a load of ammonia plant up there keeping all this place cool. And the forklift and his daily checks boomed it all the way up. He went too far, crashed through the roof. Now there was lighting buzz bar on there. There's these hot boxes here on the sprinkler system. There's like bits of BMS, speaker systems for the warehouse below. So we just happened to strip them out so that they can replace these massive tiles here. So yeah, we got like this half done. We had to do a bit of wrecking as well, find out where stuff's isolated from, what can go off, what can't, because the building management guys here aren't very helpful. They don't know a lot about the building that they're maintaining, unfortunately. So we had to spend a lot of time just working out, you know, where this stuff can be turned off from. Does it affect BMS? Does it affect any other systems? And yeah, you know, just it's not as simple as it looks sometimes in these installations. But yeah, now today we just need to get the stuff off the last 3 panels. I'll show you that as we do it, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy the video. Yeah, one sec. Yeah, sweet. So the link going between, see that hot box there, this one closest to me, that's coming out as well, isn't it? Yeah, so I'll pull that back to this box here, and then you can pull that one back to that T box, yeah? But just take a picture of the connections, and then you've got a Sharpie. You've got a Sharpie in your bag. Just write a reference on the box lid, and then take a picture of the connections with that box lid so that we know it's that one, do you know what I mean? Just write something on the top of the box lid. Like, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. No, just put like BES1 or something, do you know what I mean? And then it just means when we take a photo, we know what box we're on about. It's a good little tip. If you ever remove screws from a box that you plan to put back down again, you can just leave them threaded into the box for the future. Where to? Is it a couple of blue ones? 2 blue, 1 black, 1 brown, 1 yellow. What passes straight through that box? I knew these ones are going to be a nightmare because they're not wired. They're not wired in straight runs like how the others are. They're all over the gap here. So what we're doing here is we're just putting little references on the boxes and then taking photos of them. That way we know once they're stripped out and tucked away, we know where they were. We'll take photos of these, photos of the connections. Obviously we know how it's wired, but in a system so fast, there's hundreds of hot boxes here. We just want to know exactly where we are and what we're doing. So now I'm just disconnecting this leg and then going to pull it back to that box down there, and that just allows us to get this whole runner tube out the way for the roof and just to replace this panel. That's it, mate. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Got that tape? Tape and the Sharpie if you've got it, bro. So just a little tip, if you're ever marking cables and you've got a bit to write, just roll it out like so. Fold it over. And you make like a cable flag basically. Just tuck it in like that. And then it just gives you a nice long bit of tape to write on. And then I'm just going to write BES2. Because that then correlates with this box, and then we know that these cables need to go back to this hot box, even though it's not coming in. Just know when we come to put it all back together. So this is the ammonia plant deck for the massive fridge that we're in. Well, that bit's actually a freezer, but this is a fridge. So yeah, you've got all the ammonia plant just humming away there. I think it's leaking as well, because you can smell a bit of it, to be honest. But yeah, it's pretty crazy, this place. This is all on top of the fridge that I was talking about, and these are all sprinklers, all with hot boxes. So that's what I was saying about it being quite a big system. There's a lot going on. So although we've got it isolated and it's simple enough to put back together, we just want to ensure that it's fault free when it goes back, and when there's no drama, because there's BMS connected to this. There's you know, people looking after the system, and we just need to ensure that it goes back on smoothly, really. So if you haven't seen this already, this is this week's drop on loadout, the all-in-one precision screwdriver set. I did do a video about it, I'll put a link up here. But yeah, you get all these bits. It's perfect for you know, alarms and electronics and security systems, comms. Good for like little bits like this as well. There's all sorts of little screws and terminals in there, and you just know you're well covered with this. But yeah, check that link out, and yeah, check it out on loadout as well. I'll put a link in the description. Nice and loose, lovely. I cannot believe I've just done that with one hand. That one has been plastic welded, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to cut the tube there, and then when we come to replace this bit of tube, we'll just have to put a coupler there, but it is what it is. So now I've just got to get rid of this bit of tray, because it is on one of the offending panels. It's just been dogged in, man. Look at it, like been bent by hand probably, just fucking free floating up onto a load of basket. Oh, they did put a saddle in there, but it's snapped, and then it's just put on a load of basket with a load of data cables on. But yeah, it's just been 90'd there, straight up, so I'm probably going to cut it about there, remove the tray, just tie up the cables out the way to the bottom of like this tray or something, just temporarily, and then when we come back we'll put some joiners in and reinstate the tray. Obviously it's not ideal, but it's nothing to do with us, so it will have to stay how it is. Down there as well, Toby's just been looking at the wiring to get these 2 hot boxes out. It tees off everywhere, it's a bit of a nightmare, but we've also got this buzz bar here. So I did film this yesterday when we stripped all this out, but that buzz bar, when the ceiling was damaged, they it bent the track up like really badly, like 90 degrees. So what happened was all the lighting in this area of the fridge went out, and then the maintenance operatives just come, because it's bent up 90 degrees about here, they just come and like stamp back down on it to get it back on. All the lights come back on, but that was when I originally first got called out here, was for that. And this is the bit of lighting buzz bar. I don't know if it does it justice, but that is so bent, and they just stamp back down on it. Obviously inside we've just got those little bits of buzz bar, so like you can imagine it must have been so close to going bang, but whatever. I got called out here to look at that and just have a look at it, and I recommended that they turn it off and whatever, but obviously it's 24 hours, it's a distribution centre, so they weren't going to have it, which is fair enough. And then now we're here back and we've got the track isolated, and we've just rerouted the lighting. That's what we was doing yesterday. So with the damage to the ceiling, they've got to remove these 3 panels and these other 3 panels. So you've got these hot boxes here. There's just one bin removed there. Here's another one, and they're just little heaters for the sprinkler system. Stops the sprinkler system from freezing, basically, because obviously this is between 2 and 4 degrees, not below freezing, but in there that is a freezer and that is below freezing, so just stops the whole system from getting too cold. So it's there when you need it, but we're having to disconnect them. We're just doing them like here at the next possible point. When they reinstate, this pipe work's coming out so that they can get these panels in, because you can see they're like 8 meters by 1 meter, so they're just mad long, and they're gonna have to just cut these pipes. You see he's got the chop saw set up here, so that they're just draining down the system, but they'll cut it there, remove a section of pipe on all of these runs so that they can get the ceiling tiles in. I don't envy the roofers on this one. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a nightmare, but yeah. Who the f is that guy? Yeah, I'm going to cut the tray there, remove that, and get some joiners to put it back together.
Yeah, or do you think undoing them 2 bolts will swing round?
Well, that, 'cause there's a pull point on it. I don't want to get. I'm thinking
The cable will come up with it, won't it?
I'll strip the cables off, I'll tie up the cables across the bottom here, yeah, cut through that tray, and then get some joiners, and then it can go exactly.
You put 90 there.
Yeah, it's all. Look, I don't really want to get involved with it too much.
Cool.
You've got tie ups on you? Nah.
Then why
do? A few moments later.
Right, so trays out, hot boxes are, we're about halfway through. We just got to pull all of that stuff back to there, unfortunately. But yeah, then we're sort of off of the offending panels, and then a couple of bits of buzz bar and a 3-phase supply, which I'll leave till the end. Yo! Yeah. Oh, lovely. Right. You made a right meal of this, didn't you? Right, go on. Yo, have you marked up what ones go to the controller and what ones go to the hotbox?
Huh?
Do you know what ones?
All these that I'm pulling go to the controller.
What, 2 blues, 1 brown, 1 black, 1, yeah? Sweet. Oh, mate. Hang on. Yeah, what am I pulling now? Because there's a loop here, bro. Yo, is that the ammonia alarm? Fire alarm? Yeah. Alright, well we better go then, innit?
Shit me up, bro.
Test, yeah? It's been nice for him to tell us, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Right, I've got one here, Toby.
yeah.
I've got a loop. Do you see what I'm saying? Coming out of the same tube. One cable. So either you've got it in a bit of a tangle. Like, am I pulling that off of you now? So where? I reckon you've pulled the end through with the. Can you tell me what end you've got?
There's only one here, there's only one brown here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you've pulled the end of it, but then the
cord.
yeah, and it's the same cable, just twisted.
Yeah.
But I need to know. Pull that one cable you've got there. Right, that one. So that means this is the core end. So now I just need to know to yank this one. Right, so these two hot boxes have now been disconnected. Toby's just doing the last two. and then we'll get this buzz bar out and move on to that three-phase supply we've got to take out as well. With these, I'm just keeping them completely intact, although we're going to completely rewire it through anyway, because like I said, these aren't going back in where they're replacing the heads. So where we're rewiring them, we just got to go straight through, because they're in series. If you remove a hotbox, obviously you've got a broken circuit. So we're just keeping these for reference really, because we probably won't be back for a few weeks. I'm going to obviously write it all down in the project file as well, but it's just good reference really, so that we know exactly where these boxes come from and what they did, and then how we get it all back together again. So some of the couplers and adapters have been plastic welded or PVC glued, so we're just snipping them and we'll just have to couple them back on. Ideally we'd do it properly, but we're just here to take it off and put it back on again in the quickest, the least disruptive way possible. So that will have to do, but yeah. This is disgusting. Sprinkler water. I should have got in here before the sprinkler boys did, but here's what it is. One more length of track after that, innit? That last bit, it's just overhanging, innit? You've got a terminal on you, sorry bro.
Huh?
You've got a terminal on you. Mine's mission. Mate. Yeah, we just got to get all the track out, have a bit of a tidy up, coil up all these cables, because at the minute it just looks a bit suspect, doesn't it? Get all them coiled up, and then you see that Copex behind you, that is, I've got the box lid off of it, you see that? We've got to strip that out.
Where?
Behind you, you just touch the Copex.
That?
Yeah, we've got to strip that out, because that's part of the panel, it goes through the panel somehow. So, yeah, it's live, Tove, it's still plugged in. It's cool, leave it like that. but just don't go any further. And then we've got to go downstairs and mute up. So you've gone to the effort to plastic weld like half of the joints, but you can do it all or don't do it at all. Makes maintenance a nightmare as well. Conduit is supposed to be an adaptable system, but obviously sometimes you do need it. But it's just a nightmare in my opinion. So now that we've isolated all the bits of the track we need to and adapted it and diverted them to the other main tracks, I'm just going to re-energise the track we've been adapting and removing bits off of, just because it does serve, we're sort of running long ways. This track under here serves a vast majority of the warehouse. Luckily half of the fittings are like emergency fittings, so where we've had it on and off and left them charging overnight and stuff, they have had light in, so it's not been too much drama. But yeah, we'll just get it back on for them now. I'll show you this big Siemens tap off. So a lot of people say they hate domestic because it's dirty, commercial is so much cleaner, but I don't know, man, sometimes my job is disgusting. So this is a tap off. This is a 3-phase bus bar, so this does power and this does all sorts. It's just a power bus bar. There is lighting tracks taken off of it, and then the individual lights in the warehouse below, I'll show you them. I'm about to go up on a mute in the warehouse. The individual lights have got their own sensors, their own control, so that's how they get away with just plugging them into this track. So it sort of slides in, pushes some catches back, and then clips in. Clips in like so. It's got these 4 catches here, and that's what one of the ports looks like. So yeah, and then it just feeds that track, which runs all the way down there. So that's pretty much it for the works up here. We've removed all the damaged track and the track that's on the offending tiles. We've removed all of the hot boxes, so that the sprinkler boys are just working behind us now, just capping off after draining down for 2 days. And then yeah, all the BMS bits and the little sensors and that have all been taken care of as well. So now there's just a 3-phase supply. I'll just go over there and show you it. It's sort of taken through the edge of one panel. It goes down to a roller shutter door, so we're going to have to disconnect it up here, prove it dead, and then just remove it from the panel downstairs, and just make sure it isolates what we isolate. But yeah, I'll show you it now. So this is the far corner of one of the damaged tiles. We was just working sort of under there. You saw me crawling about under here, and this is another one of them Siemens buzz bars, just floating in there. But yeah, it's this tap off here, so it comes through here, copexed loose, lovely, into an adaptable box, and then it's just taken through here. It obviously goes through this box and in and through this tile, and I'll just take you and show you on the mute us disconnecting and isolating that. What's good, guys? I'm just on the mute now in the distribution warehouse. It's about 2 to 4 degrees in here, so it's pretty cold, but yeah, I'm just going to boom up and we'll get this supply isolated and stripped out. So we believe that's a supply, and it looks like it's for a dehumidifier. It says only turn off in emergency, but we've agreed that we can do that, so that's going to go off. Yeah, I'm guessing it's for when this is like an airlock between the freezer, which is in there, and the one that we're in now, which is the fridge. So it's obviously something for that. But yeah, we're going to see if it goes off, and then we'll strip it out. So I've just extended the work platform so that I can get nice and close to this. I'm probably going to remove a couple of these saddles and get this tube out of the way as well, because obviously it's that panel that's coming out. So yeah, this is the distribution warehouse. It's absolutely freezing in here. Loads of food and cold goods and stuff just going in and out all day long. It's pretty mad really. And then yeah, like I said, in there that's just a freezer. So that, I think it might tell us. No, that's just what the dehumidifier is doing. Right, so it sounds like Toby's just got up above here, so we'll give him a call and we'll find out if this is what we think it is. Yeah, sweet. All right, mate. Unplug it now. Yeah, boy, that is it. Right, cool. So I'm going to disconnect the cables from the isolator, and then I'll give you a shout, bruv, and you can pull them all up, yeah? Alright, in a bit. Right, so yeah, as we thought, it is the dehumidifier socket. So this is isolated. I'm going to unplug that, disconnect the cables from there so Toby can pull them up, and then maybe bend the tube out of the way a little bit as well so they can remove that tile. Do you want to pull them cables up now? Yeah, boy. Alright, mate. I'm just going to remove this tube as well. Can you undo the coupler? Is there an adapter? Sorry. Alright, cool. I will. I'll try to pull it out then. Sweet. Yeah. Cool. Alright, mate. No worries. Right, so yeah, that's that removed now. I'm just going to get the tube out of the way as well. The phases weren't marked up. I'm not going to, they could have obviously been marked up then, but we're going to rewire this completely from above to below. So we'll remark the phases then and make sure that we're happy they are what they are. But yeah. So that's where it comes through the ceiling. I'm just going to try get that up and out the way, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't know if I can get this platform extended anymore. Yeah, sweet. Just going to set the camera up down here now. Thick, so I've got no chance of bending that 25 tube out the way, and they've plastic welded the coupler below and the adapter into the isolator socket. So I'm going to have to cut through it here with my ratchet conduit cutters, and then when I come back I'll just have to put the coupler in just before the saddle. That's just the path of least resistance really. I use these, they're by CK, they are available in no doubt shop. I'll put the link in the description. These are the best conduit cutters, man. They're no gimmicks, they ratchet in, they cut through tube easily. The blades do dull quite easily, and then they're only about 25 quid or something like that. So, do you know what I mean? Once a year replacing them is not too much drama. I do think you can get spare blades, but more time I just buy a whole new tool to be honest. But yeah, I'll put the link in the description. So that's us all done for today. Everything isolated, stripped out, made safe. We left all the gear to one side, so when we come back it's just a case of sort of putting it all back how it was. We won't be back for like another week or so. I'll try and film when I get back, show you guys the process of putting it all back together. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like. I really appreciate that, it really supports the channel. As always guys, thanks for watching. Again, please subscribe to the channel, give us a comment below if you like the video, if you want to see more stuff like this. And yeah, thanks for watching everyone. I'll see you on the next one.